dancers, all presented by LeBeau Salon and Spa.
Hello everybody and welcome to Dwyer Stadium. My name is Alex Brasky here for the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel and Facebook page. Ready to welcome you in to this perfect game Collegiate Baseball League West Division matchup between the second place Batavia Muckdogs and the fourth place Elmira Pioneers. Batavia comes into this game at 13-5. Won its last game last night, while Elmira comes in at 9-9, winners of their last 3 games. Batavia leads the season series over the Pioneers. They have taken the first 2 matchups between these 2 teams this summer. So excitement building here at Dwyer Stadium as we're getting set to go. Before we get too deep into tonight's broadcast, we'd like to thank our sponsor, and that is R.A. Heights Company Incorporated. R.A. Heights Company Incorporated is owned by Richard Wendt and is a family business established in 1945. At R.A. Heights Company Incorporated, they specialize in residential and commercial roofing, metal roofing, gutter, siding, windows, copperwork, and sheet metal fabrication. That is R.A. Heights Company Incorporated. So once again, my name is Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel and Facebook page. Should be an exciting matchup here tonight. Elmira looking to get off the schneid against Batavia, and the Muckdogs looking to win their second game in a row as they build their push for first place. So before we start, let us give you the lineups for each team, beginning with the visiting Elmira Pioneers. Leading off for the Pioneers, Max Mandler, the second baseman. Batting second, Frank Wayman, the extra hitter. Batting third will be Bobby Marsh, the left fielder. Cleaning up, Johnny Wall, the third baseman. Batting fifth for Elmira, Cooper Smith, the right fielder. Batting sixth, Lucas Phelps, the shortstop. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Joe Muzio. Batting eighth, Alex Lucchini, the center fielder. Batting ninth, Logan Scheider, the designated hitter. And rounding out the Pioneers' order, Brody Bartenstein, and he will catch tonight. Pitching for the Pioneers, Braden Coletta, a left-hander, out of Leidenville, New York, a freshman at Niagara County Community College. So Coletta will take on Batavia's Nolan Sparks, one of the top pitchers in the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, one of only 4 pitchers in the league to not allow a run this season. Sparks has pitched 2 starts this season where he hasn't allowed a hit. He's gone 16 innings, and like I said, 16 scoreless innings for Sparks to begin the season. Mighty impressive for the junior out of Aurora, Colorado. He attends the University of Rochester. So the starting lineup offensively for Batavia. Leading off for the Muckdogs will be Levi Aguila Jr., the designated hitter. Batting second, the second baseman, Brian Fry. Batting third, Tyler Canoe, the first baseman. Cleaning up will be Josh Leadham, the right fielder. Batting 5th, the third baseman, Jerry Reinhardt. Batting 6th, the extra hitter, Kyle Corso. Batting 7th, Daniel Burway, the left fielder. Batting 8th, the catcher, Mitch Fleming. Batting 9th, Dallas Young, the center fielder. And batting 10th, Caleb Rodriguez, the shortstop.
Please, anyone. Our own field crew here, Brandon says he can sing.
So we're ready to go here at Dwyer Stadium. National anthem coming up, and then we'll have baseball for you live on the Batavia Daily News YouTube and Facebook page.
Yes, will be done by Brandon Croft of the Chapin Field Crew.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
What a beautiful rendition of the anthem.
Great job, Brandon. Great
What a great interlude to this high-profile perfect game collegiate baseball league matchup. The Muckdogs and the Pioneers getting set to lock horns here at Dwyer Stadium.
As tonight's first pitch will be done by 6-year-old Landon Williams. Landon is the nephew of the late Red Grugman, who was a longtime Muckdog season ticket holder and fan. And Landon was born with the same birth defect, spina bifida, as his uncle Greg. And he is here today to throw out tonight's first pitch in memory of his uncle. Let's give a nice welcome to Landon Williams.
Wow, what a throw.
Great job, Landon.
Nice job from young Landon. He gets to keep the ball. High fives Mitch Fleming on his way off the field. And now we are officially ready for baseball here at Dwyer. Good crowd here. Beautiful night. Slight breeze blowing left to right. And Nolan Sparks is getting set to throw the first pitch of tonight's game. Sparks comes into this game at 2-0, a clean ERA, 4 starts on the season, 16 innings pitched. He struck out 21 batters in those 16 innings. He's walked only 1 and allowed just 3 hits, so impressive numbers for Sparks. Not the most physically imposing player, 5'10", 195 pounds. But we don't discriminate based on height here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. Sparks has certainly carried his weight for this Muckdogs team. The top starter and top pitcher for this group, and you're lucky enough to see him toe the slab here tonight. Sparks will take on an Elmira lineup that's batting .216. They've scored 109 runs through 18 games. I'll tell you about the last time these two teams met, which was not all that long ago. Oh, no, maybe it was. Yes, it was. To begin the season, these two teams squared off on the first 2 days of the season, with Batavia taking both of those matchups, defeating Elmira 8-2 on opening night at Elmira, and then coming home to Dwyer and defeating the Pioneers 6-4. So game 3 of this season's series getting ready to go. Sparks started that first game against Elmira, went 4 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, and struck out 5. So this will be Sparks' second time facing off with the Pioneers, and we're underway here as that one chopped up the middle, and Fry fields it on the backhand, but he'll have no throw as Max Mangler reaches. So one on, the leadoff man on against Sparks. And not often you say that, as in Sparks' last start on June 22nd against Watertown, he went 3 hitless innings, struck out 5, so first hit allowed for Sparks in quite a few innings here. That pitch catches the plate for a strike as Frank Wayman steps in for Elmira. One swung on and fouled away. And we'll give you the numbers on Wayman, the extra hitter tonight. He comes in batting a cool .349, 12 RBI on the year, 6 extra base hits, and he's walked 9 times. Also has stolen 5 bases, so if he gets on, he is a threat to go. Maindler 4 stolen bases on the year, a healthy lead at first. As Sparks comes set, the 1-2 off the plate, 2-2. So the 2-2 to Wayman. There goes Maindler taking off for second. Throw off the mark from Fleming, deflects in just into center field. Fry tracks it down, but Maindler, the stolen base.
Batting clear for the Pioneers, left fielder number 25, Bobby Marsh.
So Wayman down on strikes for the first out here in the top of the first, but Maindler into scoring position as Bobby Marsh steps in, the left fielder. Marsh batting .245 on the year, 7 RBI, has walked 12 times. He's also struck out 15 times. It's really been a bit of feast or famine for Marsh. 6 RBI, 9 runs scored for the 6'3", 205-pounder. Sparks starts the count 1-1 to Marsh. Marsh, a freshman from Penn State, native of Bellefonte, Pennsylvania. That one's fouled away, 1-2 now. So first inning temperature, 74 degrees here at Dwyer Stadium. Like I said, a slight breeze. And people have come out to watch their Muckdogs tonight. A lot of good crowds this season. Swung on and missed. Sparks' second strikeout of the inning. And Elmira will send Johnny Wall to the plate, two out, with a runner still in scoring position. Sparks looking to strike out the side, get out of this slight jam in the top of the first. Johnny Wall, interesting name for this young man. As that one lofted into right center field, that'll dunk in for a base hit. Mainler rounds third, he will score. Elmira strikes first. It's a 1-0 Pioneers lead on the RBI single from Johnny Wall. So that's the first run that Sparks has allowed all season. It came on 2 singles, a 2-out RBI single off the bat of Johnny Wall, and Elmira is on the board. Now Cooper Smith at the plate for Elmira, the right fielder, batting .260, 9 RBI on the year for Smith. 0-1 to Smith. That was Marsh's 8th RBI of the year. Or excuse me, my apologies. It was Wall's 9th RBI of the year as another single for the Pioneers as Smith reaches to advance Wall to second base. So 2 on, 2 out for Elmira. Here in the top of the first, mounting a bit of a rally against Sparks. And Sparks, aggressive in the strike zone. You won't see him throw many balls tonight, and Elmira sitting dead red and being aggressive themselves, and it's worked out in the early going. First pitch, a strike to Lucas Phelps, who's batting .206 on the year with 4 RBI. A couple of extra base hits for Phelps, the shortstop tonight. Quickly down 0-2. The 0-2 from Sparks. He comes set, and time is called as Phelps steps out, adjusts the batting gloves, and right back in. So now the 0-2 from Sparks. In there for a strike, swung on and missed. Sparks strikes out the side. But Elmira strikes for the first run of this game, 1-0. The Pioneers take an early lead over the hometown Muckdogs here at Dwyer Stadium. So 1 run on 3 hits, 2 runners left on base, and the Muckdogs are coming to bat in the bottom of the first. Muckdogs will lead things off with Levi Aguila Jr., Brian Fry, and Tyler Canoe as they look to make their way back from this deficit. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's broadcast, that is R.A. Heights Company Incorporated. Owned by Richard Wynn, a family business established in 1945, R.A. Heights Company Incorporated specializes in residential and commercial roofing, metal roofing, gutter, siding, windows, copperwork, and sheet metal fabrication.
Contact the Muckdog office at 585-524-2260 for tickets. Be there early and go Muckdogs!
So we'll give you the numbers on Elmira's starter, Braden Coletta. Comes into this game sporting a 1-1 record, 6.63 ERA, so it's been a bit of a bumpy road for Coletta this season. 4 appearances, 3 starts, 19 innings pitched. He's struck out 15 and walked 15 while allowing 19 hits over those 19 innings pitched. So very even in the numbers there between strikeouts, hits, walks, and innings pitched. He's coming off of his first loss of the season against the Utica Blue Sox, who have now won 13 games in a row. That loss came on June 24th. Coletta pitched 5 1/3, allowed 6 runs on 6 hits, walked 4, and struck out 2 in an 8-4 defeat at the hands of the Blue Sox. So Coletta will look to get back on the winning track, but the Muckdogs will look to spoil his night, and they'll send Levi Aguila Jr. to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom of the first. Aguila Jr., the top hitter average-wise in the entire PGCBL, batting .429, 5 extra base hits, 9 RBI. He's walked 15 times, struck out only 3 times, scored 19 runs, and stolen 10 bases. So Aguila Jr. starts off this at-bat 0-1. Aguila Jr., a native of Miramar, Florida, a junior at Felician University. There, a broken bat, sent on the ground to third base. A strong throw made by Johnny Wall. And the first out is recorded here in the bottom of the first. Nice play there made by Wall. Slow roller, strong throw to first, and Aguila retired for the first out. So now here steps to the plate Brian Fry. Team leading 8 doubles this season, a native of Medina, New York. A sophomore at the University of Toledo. Fry batting .382 this season. 19 runs scored. Walked 16 times. Stolen 10 bases. His on-base percentage is an impressive .527. And that's something Fry has done dating back to his days in high school. He's always been very disciplined within the strike zone and has good vision at the plate. Just an overall quality baseball player is Fry. And he's helped lead this Muckdogs team to a solid record in the early going. That one fouled away, 1-1. Fry had a big night last night. 3 for 4, a run scored, a double, and an RBI in a 7-1 victory over the Niagara Power. Batavia's struggled a bit recently. They are 2-3 over their last 5 games. Suffered their first losing streak of the season, June 22nd and 23rd. 3-1 to Fry. That went in there for a strike. Full count now to the Rockets sophomore. That one fouled away. Before Fry went hitless in 2 straight games before his 3-hit game last night, he was riding a 6-game hitting streak from June 15th to June 23rd. Collected 7 hits during that 6-game hitting streak. And that one in there for a strike. Fry down looking. He did not like the call.
Back there for your Muckdogs, the first baseman, number 35, Tyler Canoe.
So here's Tyler Canoe stepping in for the Muckdogs, the leading RBI man for Batavia. 23 RBI, that's 3rd best in the PGCBL. 10 runs scored, 3 extra base hits. He's walked 10 times. He's also stolen 6 bases. Impressive for a big man. 6'5", 250 pounds is Canoe. Not often you see tall guys stealing a bunch of bases, but Canoe is certainly Poured cold water on that stereotype as sends that one into center field. Alex Lucchini there to retire the Muckdogs here in the bottom of the first. We head to the second. It's a 1-0 Elmira lead here at Dwyer Stadium.
Fans, make sure to stop by the concession stand for Salem's Hot Dogs, the official hot dog here at Stadium Hot Dog. There's also burgers, pizza, nachos, and much, much more. How about a beverage? Ice cold beer, Holy Hill wine, and a large assortment of Coca-Cola products that are available at our main concession stand. Now let's send it down to Money Dog.
How's it going, Muckdog Mafia? I'm down here on the third baseline for today's Eli Fish wheelbarrow race. We got some of our little diamond dance team here to compete. Are you guys ready? Come on, make some more noise. Are you guys ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, go!
Wow, what a race. Runaway victory. No, they're going back and forth. Still, runaway victory for the fourth lady in there. Wow, she really crushed it. Or that duo really crushed it. I guess it's a team effort. What a win.
All right, let's give up a big round of applause to everyone who competed out here today. And make sure to check out Eli Fish, home of the Muckdog Ale.
Fans, the Muckdogs will
Tell you what, a Muckdog Ale sounds pretty darn good right now. Still happy hour? All right, here we go, getting ready for the top of the second inning. Leading things off for Elmira, the first baseman, Joe Muzio. So Muzio batting .267 this season, 5 runs scored, 9 RBI. He struck out 13 times, walked 8 times. Also stolen 8 bases, so a threat to go if he does reach. 0-1 from Sparks. Muzio currently riding a 4-game hitting streak. And throughout that span, he's collected 4 RBI. It's been the strongest stretch of the season for Muzio. His .268 has been the highest that his average has risen this year. That was after a 2-for-5 night against the Niagara Power just a few nights ago. Went 1-for-4 2 nights ago against Oneonta, and that dropped him down a point to .267, but Muzio on the rise here recently. But the 1-2 from Sparks, sending the ground to Jerry Reinhardt at third. Low throw, but Canoe goes down and collects it for the first out here in the top of the second.
Batting 8th center fielder, number 17, Alex Lucchini.
So here's Alex Lucchini stepping in for the Pioneers. We lead it 1-0 here in the second inning. Johnny Wall, an RBI single, drove in Max Maindler in the top of the first. 1-0 to Lucchini, who's batting .214 this season, 3 RBI and 5 runs scored. He's also stolen 3 bases. Find it hard pressed to find many players who haven't stolen a base in the PGCBL. A lot of running and gunning here in this league, a lot of testing of the catchers. Elmira has already swiped 1 base here tonight, with Maindler moving up into scoring position after leading off the game with a single. So 1-1 here to Lucchini. Swung on and missed, 1-2. That pitch fouled away. Count will remain 1-2. So Batavia with that 7-1 win over the Power last night maintain their second place position. In the PGCBL's West Division, as I pull up the standings here, as the count runs even at 2-2. Muckdogs are 13-5. They trail the first place Utica Blue Sox, who, like I said, have won 13 games in a row. So that one across the outside corner. Lucini down looking for the second strike here in the second. Utica 16-3. Batavia will not play Utica this season despite playing in the same division. Figure that one out. But both teams will be vying for the division title. Batavia 2.5 games back as they sit at 13-5. Batavia missed the postseason last year. But when I spoke with team owner Robbie Nichols before the season, not only guaranteed a playoff spot, guaranteed a championship. Pulled the old Joe Namath. We'll see if his team can follow through on his guarantee. 3-1 now to Logan Scheider. Scheider batting 154 this season as count runs to 3-1. And one foul away, full count to the junior from Washington and Jefferson. Native of McDonald, Pennsylvania is Scheider. Scheider also a pitcher for this Pioneers team. Is that one up and in? Scheider draws the walk to give the Pioneers a 2-out base runner here in the top of the second. So here's Brody Bartenstein. Brody Bartenstein. Catcher for this Pioneers team, batting .067, looking for his second hit of the year. Scheider has yet to steal a base this season, so it would be surprising if we see him go here. That one's sent on the ground. Caleb Rodriguez fields it, flips it to Fry at second base. And Elmira retired in the top of the second. One runner left on base. And Batavia will come to bat here in the bottom of the second. Josh Leadham, Jerry Reinhardt, and Kyle Corso due up for the Muckdogs.
Fans, we'd like to thank everyone for coming out to the park tonight. Remember, the Muckdog game is a great way to bring your group together, whether it's a school, church, business, or youth sports organization. The Muckdogs are able to offer great picnic options for your organization or business. Reserve your group today by calling the Muckdog office at 585-524-2260. Go Muckdog!
So 1-0 lead for Elmira as we enter the bottom of the second inning. The Pioneers took that 1-0 lead as Max Mainler led things off with a single and then a 2-out RBI single off the bat of Johnny Wall. And that was the first run that Batavia starter Nolan Sparks has allowed this season through now 18 innings of work. as I said before, Batavia will lead things off with Josh Leadham, one of the top hitters for this Batavia team. Hitting .227, but with 8 RBI, and he scored 9 runs. A big game for Leadham. I think the last time we were on the live stream here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel, 2 RBI against the Watertown Rapids. So we'll see if we are Leadham's good luck charm here tonight. So here's Leadham stepping in against Coletta. Clean first inning for Coletta. That one fouled away, 0-1. Quickly down 0-2 is Leadham. That one fouled away. Batavia went down 1-2-3 in the first inning. Levi Aguila Jr. a ground out to third. Brian Fry struck out, and then Tyler Canoe flew out to center field. So Batavia looking for its first base runner here. The 0-2 to Leadham. Breaking ball, lofted into left field. That's going to dunk in for a base hit. So Leadham sets the table for the Muckdogs here in the second.
Next up for Batavia, head fifth in the order, the third baseman of Batavia's own, number 9, Jerry Reinhardt.
So Batavia High School graduate Jerry Reinhardt steps in, looking to improve his average from 196, 7 RBI on the season for Reinhardt. That one out of the zone, and Leadham in there with a stolen base. So that's Leadham's 12th stolen base of the year. And that is the team lead. So 1-0 to Reinhardt as Coletta steps off the mound, or off the rubber, excuse me. He'll reset here against Reinhardt. 1-0. Just missed. 2-0 now. That one inside. 3-0 to Reinhardt now. Reinhardt has walked 5 times this season, struck out 10 times. He's also stolen 3 bases. That one just on the lower half of the zone. 3-1 now to Reinhardt. Here's the 3-1 to Reinhardt. Breaking ball just a bit high. Reinhardt will take his base. 2 on, nobody out. Here for the Muckdogs in the bottom of the second. Kyle Corso will step in now for Batavia. Corso batting .333. Joined the team a bit late, it appears, this season. 6 games played. His first game was on June 10th. And Corso lays down a peach. Throw is high. But Muzio able to get back in time. The runners move up, so Corso does his job. First out here in the bottom of the second. But now 2 runners in scoring position for the Muckdogs. Daniel Burroway, who has 12 RBI on the season.
Daniel Burroway.
Burroway batting .192, but like I said, he's been a big run producer for this team. Been a bit of feast or famine, 15 strikeouts, 12 walks for Burroway. That one lifted into center field. That'll be deep enough to get the run in. As retreating is Lucini. He'll make the throw into third base, and Reinhardt able to move up. So the sac fly off the bat of Burroway ties the game at 1.
Major Muckdogs are on the scoreboard.
So that's Burroway's 13th RBI of the season. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Reinhardt 90 feet away from giving the Muckdogs the lead. Mitch Fleming, the catcher, steps in, batting .263 on the year. First pitch swinging, and he lines it into left field. The Muckdogs have taken the advantage on the RBI single off the bat of Mitch Fleming. So crowd getting into it here at Dwyer Stadium. Muckdogs rallying here in the bottom of the second. They have taken a 2-1 lead. Mitch Fleming doing the honors, his 3rd RBI of the year. Caleb Rodriguez steps in, Dallas Young steps in for the Muckdogs. Young looking for his first hit of the season. Young 0 for 4 on the year. This is Young's first game since leaving the first game of a doubleheader against the Watertown Rapids. Young ran full speed into the left field wall, which if you've been to Dwyer Stadium, they are made of wood, no soft surface out there. So Young forced to miss a few games, but good to see him back. Now facing a 2-1 count from Coletta. So Leadham a single, Reinhardt walked, Corso the sac bunt, and Burroway the sac fly, followed by the RBI single off the bat of Mitch Fleming, and that equates to a 2-1 lead for the Muckdogs. 2-2 now to Young. As Coletta look to get out of this second inning with no further damage. That one catches the inside corner. Young down looking for the final out of the bottom of the second, but the damage is done. The Muckdogs lead it 2-1.
And a huge shout out for all the Batavia HP Hoods Land for purchasing tickets for children and adults in need for their use all season. Let's make some noise for HP Hood, the Big Red King. And now fans, let's welcome back to the field your famous Diamond Dance Team along with the Little Diamond Dancers presented by the Whole Salon Spa.
Once again, this game brought to you by R.A. Heights Company Incorporated. Owned by Richard Wendt, a family business established in 1945, R.A. Heights Company Incorporated specializes in residential and commercial roofing, metal roofing, gutter, siding, windows, copperwork, and sheet metal fabrication. That's R.A. Heights Company Incorporated. Who let the dogs out indeed, as the Muckdogs bats came alive a bit in the second inning. A couple of base hits. 2 runs scored, one runner left on base. As Batavia now in the lead, moving to the third inning. So Sparks remains on the mound for Batavia in his third inning of work.
Get yourself the latest Batavia Muckdog gear. There's hats, there's t-shirts, sweatshirts, warm-ups, baseball.
3 hits thus far for the Pioneers. 4 runners have reached. 4 strikeouts for Sparks in the early going.
Leading up. Top of the third for Elmira. Second baseman number 23, Max Mandler.
So here comes Mandler. His second at bat of the ball game. Led off the game with a single. Later came around to score after stealing second. Was driven in on an RBI single off the bat of Johnny Wall. That one fouled away. 0-1 to Mandler. That one sent to the ground to third. Off the glove of Reinhardt. Rodriguez in the hole. A strong throw gets by Canoe. Good backup from Fleming. That will keep Mandler on first, but 2 for 2 is Max Mandler. That's an infield single.
Extra hitter number 33, Frank Layman.
So Mandler doing exactly what you want your leadoff hitter to do, setting the table for Elmira both of his times at the plate. Good opportunity for the Pioneers to tie or perhaps rally for the lead here in the top of the third. So Frank Wayman steps in, the extra hitter. He struck out his first time up. 1-0 to Wayman as Mandler leads off first. Wayman, 6'2", 205 pounds, a sophomore at UMass Lowell, a native of Horseheads, New York. Sparks deals the 1-0 off the plate, 2-0. So a little bit of action in the Muckdogs bullpen as Sparks in a bit of a jam here once again in the third. 2-0 swung on and missed. 2-1 now to Wayman. So Marsh awaits on deck. He too struck out his first time up. Runner goes, throwing the dirt, gets away from Fry. So Mandler, his second stolen base of the night. And count runs even at 2-2. Nice throw from Fleming, but Fry couldn't get the handle on it. Mandler in there safely. So 2-2 now to Wayman. Looking to drive the runner in from second. Swung on and fouled straight back. Count will remain 2-2. The 2-2 from Sparks. Swung on and missed. Wayman down on strikes for the second consecutive at bat. First out here in the top of the third. Bobby Marsh stepping to the plate now for the Pioneers. Marsh looking for his 8th RBI of the year. Struck out his first time up. First pitch lofted into left field. Burway is there to retire Marsh for the second out.
Third baseman number 28, Johnny Wall.
So here's Wall looking for his second RBI of the evening. And And Mandler awaits in scoring position with 2 outs here in the third. That one hit sharply to third. Diving stop made by Reinhardt. Throw to first. Canoe goes up to grab it. Makes the tag for the final out of the third. What a play made by the Muckdogs defense. Reinhardt starts it. Canoe finishes it. And Elmira scoreless in the third. We head to the home half. It's 2-1 Muckdogs.
Fans, it's now time to recognize our service members in attendance this evening, presented by Trimble Heating and Cooling. At this time, we would like to thank any veterans we have in attendance this evening. If you are a vet, may I ask that you please stand up as the crowd gives you a round of applause. Fans, if you'd like to recognize a veteran to be our vet of the game at any of our upcoming games, please contact Sam at the Muckdog office. Once again, thanks to all vets in attendance this evening, and thank you for your service. Leading off for Batavia in the bottom of the third inning, batting 10th in the lineup, the shortstop number 7, Caleb Rodriguez.
All right, here we go, getting set for the bottom of the third. Caleb Rodriguez, the 10 hitter for the Muckdogs, steps in. Rodriguez batting .077 this season, looking for his second hit of the year. Begins the count 1-0 from Coletta. Breaking ball, misses high, 2-0 now. That pitch in there for a strike. Count now at 2-1. So we'll see if Sparks comes back out for the fourth. Was action in the bullpen before he completed the third. Usually goes about 3 or 4 innings to Sparks. Unsure of where his pitch count is at. Count now full to Rodriguez. So Rodriguez draws the walk, leadoff base runner on for the Muckdogs here in the bottom of the third. Levi Aguila Jr. steps to the plate.
And this back to the top of the lineup for your Muckdogs, the designated hitter number 18, Levi Aguila.
So Aguila Jr., top hitter in the PGCBL. The leadoff man for the Muckdogs as Rodriguez dives back just ahead of the throw from Coletta. Rodriguez has stolen 2 bases this year, so a threat to go when he does reach. So Coletta, the left-hander, makes things difficult on a base runner with that left-handed pickoff move. But Rodriguez has done a nice job reading it at least the first couple of times. leadoff man Aguila Jr. That pitch almost hit him. 2-0 now. Popped up behind the plate, out of play, 2-1. Runner goes, fouled straight back, so that will spoil the stolen base attempt. Send Rodriguez back to first. So here comes the 2-2, but Coletta again chooses to throw to first. Rodriguez back standing up. The 2-2. Center of the ground to third. Fielded by Wall. Bobble, throw to first. Just ahead of the speeding Aguila Jr. So the first out is recorded here in the bottom of the third. Rodriguez moves up to second. A runner in scoring position for Brian Fry. One out here in the third.
Number 24, Brian Fry.
Fry looking for his 7th RBI of the season. A single would likely score Rodriguez. Fry squares the bunt, but high and away for a ball. Here's the 1-0 from Coletta. Pitch fouled away. Low and away in the dirt, 2-1. Nice stop made by Bartenstein. And Bartenstein will go out and talk to Coletta now. Perhaps a bit of a mix-up there. It did look like Bartenstein was late getting over to that low pitch, so maybe a bit of a cross-up there. So here comes the 2-1 to Fry. He fouls it straight back into the glove, 2-2. Breaking ball, Fry handles it. Bloop single into left center field, and Rodriguez will score. Make that a double for Fry, as that one nearly got to the warning track, and Fry is 7th RBI of the season. The Muckdogs lead it 3-1.
first baseman, number 35, Tyler Cano.
So here's Canoe, flew out to center field his first time up. Fry awaits on second. Nice piece of hitting there from Fry, goes the other way with a breaking pitch. Perfect placement on that base hit as it split the outfielders and nearly traveled all the way to the warning track. Not hard hit, but in perfect position to make the outfielders retreat a bit. 1-0 now to Canoe. That pitch just grazes the inside corner, 1-1. So the Muckdogs looking to break things open here as Fry is on the move. Sliding into third, stolen base for Brian Fry. Nice piece of base running as he timed the pitch perfectly and well ahead of the throw for the stolen base. 2-1 now to Canoe. Fry 90 feet away from giving the Muckdogs a 4-1 lead. That pitch sent into right field, and it will fall in for a base hit. Fry will score from second. Canoe with an RBI single to give the Muckdogs a 4-1 advantage here in the bottom of the third. Canoe with his team-leading 24th RBI of the year. Now in steps Josh Leadham. A single and a run scored, along with a stolen base for Leadham. That one hit sharply between third and short into left field for a base hit. 2 on with 1 out. It's a 1-out single for Josh Leadham. Canoe moves up to second base. Here's a mound visit for the Pioneers. That could be all she wrote for Coletta, who has seen the wheels come off a bit here in the third. 4 base runners have reached for the Muckdogs. 3 straight base hits, beginning with the RBI double off the bat of Brian Fry, who later came around to score. So it does appear as if Coletta will stay in at least for now. As Jerry Reinhardt will step in for Batavia. Reinhardt 0 for 0, a walk. Later came around to score on an RBI single off the bat of Mitch Fleming. So Coletta survives the mound visit, and here comes Reinhardt looking to truly break the game open for Batavia, which already leads it by 3 here in the third. Leadham on first, Canoe on second, 1 out here in the third. Reinhardt with a chance to do some damage. That pitch on the outer half for a strike. 0-1 to the Batavia High School alumnus. Breaking ball just missed. 1-1. That pitch low and in for a strike, 1-2. Reinhardt didn't like that call. He's down in the count. Reinhardt ejected 2 games ago while he was playing defense. That one lifted into left field. Down the line. In there. Fair ball. Reinhardt, an RBI double. Canoe comes around to score. It's 5-1 Muckdogs. Leadham moves up to third. And the Muckdogs off and running here in the bottom of the third. It's now a 4-run lead. 2 on, 1 out for Kyle Corso. A sac bunt for Corso his first time up. Helped the Muckdogs score 2 runs in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Corso, a strike. So the 0-1 to Corso just catches the inside corner, 0-2 now. So it'll be interesting to see how long we see Coletta go here, a man warming in the Pioneers bullpen. 3 runs already in for the Muckdogs here in this inning. That one lifted into left field, but right at Bobby Marsh, who's there to make the catch. Here comes Leadham in from third. Another run in for the Muckdogs. It's a sacrifice fly for Kyle Corso. So 6-1, Reinhardt remains on second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Daniel Burroway steps in for the Muckdogs, already an RBI on the night for Burroway. A sac fly his first time up. Drove one to center field, forced Lucini to retreat to make the play. Well hit ball off the bat of Burroway in the bottom of the second. First pitch to the left fielder is a ball, 1-0. That pitch lifted to center field, and once again, Lucini forced a retreat, but he'll camp under it to make the play for the final out of the third inning. But not before Batavia strikes for 4 runs and improves its lead to 6-1.
Now, fans, let's send it down the line for tonight's top culture tip.
Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's broadcast. That is, of course, R.A. Heights Company Incorporated. Owned by Richard Wendt, R.A. Heights Company Incorporated is a family business established in 1945. They specialize in residential and commercial roofing, metal roofing, gutter siding, windows, copperwork, and sheet metal fabrication. That's R.A. Heights Company Incorporated.
What do we think, fans? And that is correct. Let's give Dylan a huge round of applause.
Fans, during our homegrown season, our friends at Eden Valley Growers supply us with our own corn, that's Hot's corn. They sell approximately 1.5 million ears in that time. That's enough corn to stretch from here to Syracuse, New York. Pellegrino Auto Sales, come find out why they've been chosen as Genesee County Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year. Take the #1 rated used car dealer out on Pearl Street in Batavia, or you can find it on the web at PellegrinoAutoSales.com.
If you're just joining us, my name is Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. It's a 6-1 Muckdogs lead. Elmira began the game with the advantage. A 1-0 lead for the Pioneers after the first inning of play. Max Mandler came around to score after a leadoff single was driven in on an RBI single off the bat of Johnny Wall in the top of the first. Batavia was scoreless in the bottom half of the first, but struck for 2 runs in the bottom half of the second. Josh Leadham and Jerry Reinhardt came around to score. Leadham reached on a single, came around to score on a sac fly off the bat of Daniel Burroway. Reinhardt reached on a walk and came around to score on a RBI single off the bat of Mitch Fleming. Then, after a scoreless top of the third, Batavia exploded for 4 runs in the bottom of the third. Started by a walk issued to Caleb Rodriguez, which turned over the Muckdogs' order, where Levi Aguila Jr. recorded the first out with a ground out to third base, but then the Batavia lineup came to life. Brian Fry with an RBI double, Tyler Canoe with an RBI single, Josh Leadham with a single, Jerry Reinhart with an RBI double, and an RBI sacrifice fly for Kyle Corso. And that's where we stand, 6-1, as it's now a 1-1 count to Elmira's Cooper Smith, make it 1-2 to Smith, as Batavia's Nolan Sparks remains on the hill for his fourth inning of work. Smith, a freshman at Seton Hall, native of Bradenton, Florida. Count even now, 2-2 to Smith, as we have reached the top of the fourth. That pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed. Smith tries to reach on the 0-2, but nothing doing, as he's retired for the first out here in the fourth. Lucas Phelps now steps to the plate, native of Tampa, Florida, a freshman at Florida Atlantic. So here's Phelps. First pitch is strike. That one sent in the air to center field. Going back is Young, converging with Burway, and he can't make the play. That one drops in. An error on the left fielder, Burway, as there appeared to be a bit of a miscommunication between he and Young on that fly ball, and Phelps able to move up to second. So a one-out base runner for the Pioneers here in the fourth.
First baseman for 51, Joe Muzio.
Here steps Joe Muzio into the batter's box for the Pioneers with the runner in scoring position. Muzio grounded out to third his first time up. Muzio, a sophomore at Eckerd. I'm wondering, is that the old drugstore? Is sophomore at Eckerd, the formerly Eckerd, that now Rite Aid? But no, sophomore at Eckerd, Joe Muzio, a native of Rockport, Massachusetts. It's now 1-1 to Muzio. Just as pitch off the plate, 2-1 now. Close call there made by the home plate umpire. What a throw from Fleming. He catches Phelps trying to steal third, and certainly a questionable decision there from Phelps. As the count runs to 3-1 on Muzio, you're down by 5 runs with 1 out in the fourth inning, and you're already in scoring position. Not sure what the thinking was there, but a nice throw made by Fleming. Catches Phelps stealing for the second out. 3-1 to Muzio. That one sent into left center field. Young and Burway converging once again. And this time, Burway able to make the play for the final out of the fourth inning. So the the 1-out base runner spoiled on the caught stealing, and Muzio flies out to end the inning. So Batavia will send Fleming, Young, and Rodriguez to the plate to begin the bottom of the fourth.
at 585-524-2260 and reserve your package today. Fans, we would like to thank any teachers in attendance today. If anyone would like to recognize a teacher, to be our teacher of the game, you can contact Sam at the Muckdog office. Any teachers in attendance, thank you for your attendance this evening. Come on, Sam. Fans, your attention please. Now pitching for Elmira, number 27, Ethan Herrera. Herrera now pitching for the Pioneers. And leading off here, Muckdogs here at the bottom of the fourth inning, that catcher, number 36, Mitch Lovey.
All right, so a new pitcher in for the Pioneers, Mitch Herrera. Ethan Herrera. I don't see him on the roster here. He's under outfielders. Got him. All right, so Ethan Herrera, a sophomore from UMass Boston. And Fleming sends that one into center field. Lucini comes on to make the play. So Herrera, a good start. Or Herrera, a good start here in the bottom of the fourth. So here's Dallas Young. Struck out his first time up. So I'll give you the numbers on Herrera, a 6-foot, 185-pound right-hander, 1-1 in the season, 6.75 ERA, 2 games, 1 game started, 6 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts against 4 walks, 6 hits allowed by Herrera. So 2-0 to Young, and now 3-0. Young, a speed demon, so if he is to reach, a walk could turn into a double here. Seen Batavia run at will on Elmira catcher Brody Bartenstein in the early going. That pitch a strike, 3-1 now to Young. Flared down the right field line, out of bounds, or excuse me, out of play, off the bounce. And that lands in the hands of a lucky fan down the first baseline. Press box getting into it up here, keeping his spirit alive. Midway through this PGCBL matchup. 3-2 to Young. Sends it right back up the middle and through for a base hit. Young, his first base hit of the season. So 1 on, 1 out for the Muckdogs here in the bottom of the fourth. Caleb Rodriguez steps to the plate. Young in there with a stolen base. First pitch of ball to Rodriguez, runner in scoring position now for the Muckdogs. Here's the 1-0 to Rodriguez. That pitch catches the inside corner, 1-1. Young on the move once again. That one fouled away, so Young will be forced to go back to second. Looked like he had that bag stolen quite easily. So 1-2 now to Rodriguez. Two. Herrera turns and fires the second. Young just ahead of the throw. One, two. Catches the inside corner. Rodriguez did not like that call for the second out of the bottom of the fourth. That one looked to be off the plate. So the Muckdogs order turned over once again. Aguila Jr. to the plate for his third time tonight. Is grounded out to third both times. He stepped in. So 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. Young awaits on second. That one fouled away off the bat of Aguila Jr. 0-1. With Young on the move, that one upstairs. Nobody covered third base. Young in there on defensive indifference. Stolen base. Correction made by the official scorer / PA announcer / scoreboard operator here at Dwyer Stadium, Paul Spiata. It's his dulcet tones that you've heard over the public address system here at the stadium. So 1-2 now to Aguila Jr. as he fouled that one straight back. Young 90 feet away. Another foul ball. Aguila Jr. went around. And that's the final out of the bottom of the fourth. The score remains 6-1. We head to the fifth here at Dwyer Stadium.
Fans, make sure to visit the concession stand for sale of hot dogs, the official hot dog of your Batavia Muckdogs. There's also burgers, nachos, pizza, and much more. Beverages include ice cold beer, Holy Hill wine, and a large assortment of Coca-Cola products that are available at the main concession stand. Now, may I ask you to turn your attention to the field once again for the KMS Diamond Dance team, along with the Little Diamond Dancers, presented by the Beau Salon Spa. Let's hear it for the Kansas Diamond Dance Team along with the Little Diamond Dancers. Leading off the top of the fifth for Elmira, center field number 17, Alex Lucini. Next up, the designated hitter number 2, Logan Schneider.
All right, and we are back here on the Daily News YouTube channel. Sorry for the brief delay. Alex Lucini grounded out to shortstop for the first out here in the top of the fifth inning. One away for the Pioneers as they now send Logan Scheider to the plate. He walked his first time up. Sparks still out there for the Muckdogs, as he is certainly settled in after a bumpy start. Count runs 1 and 2 to Scheider. Sparks did go 6 innings in his second outing of the season, so this is not yet his longest outing of the year, as it's now a 2-2 count to Scheider. That pitch in there for a strike. Scheider down looking. 2 away here in the top of the fifth.
Catcher number 31, Brody Bartenstein.
So 2 away for the Pioneers. Now up, Brody Bartenstein. It's now 0-1 from Sparks. One and one now. Bartenstein grounded out to shortstop his first time up. It's just off the plate, 2-1. So 3-1 now. Bartenstein looking for just his second hit of the season, but the count now runs full. Payoff pitch coming from Sparks. 3-2, in there for a strike. Bartenstein down looking for the final out of the top of the fifth. We head to the bottom half of the inning. It's 6-1 Muckdogs.
It is Muckdogs organization would like to ask you to help keep Dwyer Stadium clean by picking up your trash on the way out of the ballpark and placing it in a receptacle located by each exit of the ballpark. As always, we thank you for your help. And now, any fans 12 and under, please report to the third baseline for the Grant Corporation Kids Run. After the 5th inning ends, all kids will be able to run the bases before the 6th inning starts. So please report to the third base side now if you'd like to participate. Yes, it's located by the Grant Corporation sign. Muckdog fans auto wash. Muckdog fans, Whole Life Fitness is the official gym of your Batavia Muckdogs. Located at 624 East Main Street, Batavia. Make sure to stop in and see them for your membership. Leading off for Batavia here in the bottom of the 5th inning. From Batavia, New York, the second baseman, number 24, Brian Fry.
All right, we're ready for the home half of the 5th inning. Batavia with a 6-1 lead over the visiting Elmira Pioneers. Alex Brasky with you on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel and Facebook page. 1-0 count to Brian Fry, who will lead off the frame for the Muckdogs. 1 for 2 is Fry tonight with an RBI double. That pitch sent in the air to third base. Camping under it is Johnny Wall for the first out.
First baseman, number 35, Tyler.
Now in steps Tyler Canoe with 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch blown away, 1-0 to Canoe, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI single. So 2-1 to Canoe, flares that one foul. Herrera still in the game for the Pioneers. That pitch fouled away. 2-2. Pitch fouled into the on-deck circle, and a nice play made by Josh Leadham on a bouncing ball. Count remains 2-2. Canoe lines that one to shortstop off the glove of Lucas Phelps and into left field for a base hit. So Canoe reaches for the second time tonight, and now Josh Leadham, who is also reached base 2 times this evening. Steps in, looking to make it 3 consecutive plate appearances with a successful result. 2 singles for Leadham tonight and 2 runs scored for the Muckdogs right fielder. Canoe steps off first base as the count begins 1-0 to Leadham. Pitch high, 2-0 to Leadham. From Herrera. Popped up. Muzio making his way into foul territory, camping under it for the second out of the inning. Almost lost his footing, but able to regain his balance, secure the catch. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Now stepping in for Batavia, the third baseman, Jerry Reinhardt, excuse me. Jesse, Jerry's brother, obviously. Well, maybe not so obvious to everybody. Called a few games for the younger Reinhardt this season, member of the Batavia baseball team. Just saw Batavia baseball coach James Patrick in attendance tonight. In between innings. That one popped up. Mandler making his way into shallow right field to make the play for the final out. So Batavia leads it 6-1 at the end of 5 innings. Take a quick break here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel and Facebook page. Let's get all the kids up in hand.
Fans, our thanks once again to Grant Corporation for sponsoring tonight's Muckdogs Hit Run. Fans, this evening, connect with the Muckdogs like never before with exclusive content on social media platforms. Make sure you follow the Muckdogs on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
So Sparks is still out there for Batavia to begin the top half of the 6th inning. If he's able to work his way through this inning, that will equal his longest outing of the season. Sparks in line for the win here tonight.
And Brian Fry has moved down to center field.
So Brian Fry now in center field. And replacing him at second base.
Second baseman number 23, Max Mandler.
Is Kenny Dodson Jr., a senior at Canisius College, a native of Airmont, New York. That pitch just hits the inside corner, 0-1 to Elmira's Max Mandler. Or excuse me, one moment. Yes, Mandler steps in for the Pioneers to begin the top half of the 6th. Mandler has led off both innings he's hit in with singles, first and third inning. Came around to score on the first. He's also stolen 2 bases here tonight. So 1-2 now from Sparks. Pitch right over the plate, but fouled away. So Mandler able to stay alive. 1-2, lifted into left field. Burroway there to put it away. One away here in the top of the 6th. Frank Wayman will step in for the Pioneers. Wayman begins this at bat, 1-0. Sparks 2 outs away from making it through the 6th. Pitch in there for a strike. That pitch sent on the ground to shortstop. Rodriguez fields, fires, got it. That will bring Bobby Marsh to the plate with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. First pitch to Marsh is a ball. Begin this at bat 1-0. The pitch fouled away. Sparks has been impressive tonight. Like I said, to lead the broadcast, an aggressive approach out there. Doesn't waste many pitches, attacks the strike zone, attacks hitters, and it's led to a good result here tonight. That pitch lifted into center field. Fry going back to track down the final out of the top of the 6th. We head to the home half. It remains a 5-run Muckdogs lead. And once again, we'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's broadcast, and that is, of course, R.A. Heights Company Incorporated, owned by Richard Wynn. R.A. Heights Company Incorporated. It's established in 1945 and specializes in residential and commercial roofing, metal roofing, gutter, siding, windows, copperwork, and sheet metal fabrication. That's R.A. Heights Company Incorporated. Free pizza giveaway going on here at the stadium has led to quite the excitement in the stands.
Make sure to check out Fricarella's for some amazing pizza.
And Pellegrino Auto Sales, top 5 LY Dave, and chosen as Genesee County Chamber.
Once again, Alex Brasky with you here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel and Facebook page. It's a 6-1 lead for the Batavia Muckdogs over the Elmira Pioneers. Muckdogs began the game trailing 1-0 after the first inning. Max Mandler reached on a leadoff single, stole second base, and came around to score on an RBI single off the bat of Johnny Wall to give the Pioneers the early advantage. Then Batavia took the lead in the bottom of the second, a leadoff single off the bat of Josh Leadham, who later came around to score on a sacrifice fly off the bat of Daniel Burroway. Jerry Reinhardt followed Leadham's leadoff single with a walk and later came around to score on an RBI single off the bat of Mitch Fleming. So after 2, it was 2-1 Muckdogs, who then exploded for 4 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The rally began with a leadoff walk to Caleb Rodriguez. Then Brian Fry delivered an RBI double. Tyler Canoe, an RBI single. Josh Leadham reached on another single and later came around to score on an RBI double off the bat of Jerry Reinhardt. So 6-1 Batavia as Canoe scored off the Reinhardt RBI double And then Leadham came around to score on a sacrifice fly off the bat of Kyle Corso. So that accounts for Batavia's 6 runs here tonight. And there is a run rule in effect. If they are to score 5 more after the 7th inning, the game will come to an end via the mercy rule. But that one flown into right field. And Cooper Smith comes on to make the play for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. So here comes Burway with 1 out here in the 6th. 1-0 to Burway. Pitch also low and away, 2-0. Burway, with that sac fly in the 2nd inning, has ripped 2 deep fly balls, towering fly balls to center field, but both have been caught by Elmira center fielder Alex Lucini. Now to the Muckdogs left fielder as he fouls that one away, 2-2. Ooh, I apologize. The graphic remains on the screen.
My apologies for that.
Missed Kyle Corso fly out to right field. Now a full count to Daniel Burway. The payoff pitch coming from Herrera. That pitch in there for a strike. Burway down looking for the 2nd out. So in steps Mitch Fleming, 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI single. So Herrera in his 3rd inning of work here, looking to retire the side in order. A pitch just off the plate, 1-0 to Fleming. Quick mound visit for the Pioneers as Bartenstein goes out to chat with Herrera. Hard foul ball off the umpire may have prompted that mound visit. Kind of an unwritten rule in baseball as a catcher. You see that ball deflect hard off the umpire. You're told to go out, talk it over with the pitcher, spell the umpire a bit. Same thing with umpires. If you see the catcher take a hard pitch off the mask, off the knee, off the hand, you're told to go out and delay play as best you can. One of the many unwritten rules in sports. So the 3-1 off the plate, a 2-out base runner as Fleming reaches via the walk. So in steps Kenny Dodson Jr., who has come on to replace Dallas Young. So first pitch to Dodson Jr. off the plate, a ball. Batavia looks to add a bit of insurance here in the bottom of the 6th. Now. To give you the numbers on Dodson, 182 hitter, 1 RBI on the season. Count runs to 3-1. A little bit of action in the Muckdogs bullpen. Trey Bacon warming up. That one swung on and missed. Count runs full on Dodson Jr. So that likely will be the end for Sparks after 6, but you never know with the way he's throwing it out there. We'll see if Joe Skip Martinez, the manager for Batavia, decides to keep him in there. That pitch flared to second base. A nice play made by Mandler for the final out of the 6th inning. The score, remains 6-1 Batavia.
All right, fans, let's send it down to Money Dog.
How's it going, Muckdog fans? I'm over here in foul territory along the 3rd baseline with Jack, Arlo, and Joe for today's Northside Deli. Soft toss, whoever can hit the furthest will get a special prize. First up, we got Arlo. Let's see what big round of applause as Arlo's up. All right. Now up, we've got Joe looking to beat Arlo's hit. Each player gets 2 chances. And that one keeps out Arlo, so in the lead is Joe, and now up is Jack looking to even near first hit. That one goes just a bit foul. He'll get 1 more chance here. All right, last chance to win here. On the roll, and it's unable to, so Joe is our winner here for Northside Deli. Make sure to check out Northside Deli. They got some amazing sandwiches.
Getting off for Elmira in the top of the 7th. Third baseman for 28, Johnny Wall.
All right, and we're ready for the top of the 7th inning. Johnny Wall will lead things off for Elmira. Wall 1 for 2 tonight. An RBI single in the first, grounded out to third in the 3rd. Been a slow go for Elmira since recording 3 hits in the first inning. Just 1 hit since, hitless in their last 3 times at the plate. Count starts 1-0 to Wall as Sparks remains in the game for the Muckdogs. So this is the longest that Sparks has lasted this season. You got another one? Good. Glad I didn't say yes now. All right, 1-2 to Wall. Ooh, that pitch just off the plate, 2-2. So Wall, a sophomore at Roanoke. That pitch grounded to third. Reinhardt fields, fires to first, as Wall had trouble getting out of the box there. So now up to the plate, Cooper Smith, 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a strikeout. Smith, 5'11", 195. batting .260 this season, 9 RBI on the season for Smith. That pitch swung on and missed. 1-1 to Smith. The pitch catches the inside corner, 1-2. One-two from Sparks, lifted into right field, blooped in for a base hit. So one out single for Cooper Smith. Now we have a mound visit for Batavia. We'll see if that will be the end of Nolan Sparks. So we have yet to see the signal from the pitching coach or Bacon moving in from the bullpen. We'll see if Sparks is able to survive this mound visit. Sparks has allowed just 1 run on 5 hits. Another quality outing for the Muckdogs ace. Lengthy mound visit here. Sparks will remain in the game. And as much as you want to protect your pitcher in a situation like this and not make him throw so many pitches, you also need to keep in mind that this is a developmental collegiate baseball league, and these players are playing for the benefit of scouts that are tuning in to watch them play. So you certainly want to give them the opportunity to work through a bit of adversity, and Sparks hasn't seen much adversity this season, but here in the 7th inning with a runner on, we'll see if he can get out of the minor jam. That one, a slow ground ball to short. Rodriguez, a strong throw to first, and Phelps is out. Elmira not in favor of that call, as they thought Phelps beat it out. Strong throw from Rodriguez, nipped Phelps at the bag as Smith moved up to second. 2-way here in the 7th. Joe Muzio steps in now for the Pioneers. Muzio batting .267, looking for his 10th RBI. That one hit sharply to second. A nice hop up into the glove of Dodson Jr., who makes the play for the final out here in the top of the 7th. We head to the bottom half of the frame. Still a 5-run Muckdogs lead. So what an outing for Sparks. 7 strong innings. Allowed 5 hits, 1 run. We'll see if that's it for him. As the Muckdogs will send Rodriguez, Aguila Jr., and Fry to the plate to begin the bottom of the 7th.
I don't care if I ever get back for its root. Root for the Muckdogs. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
So we do have a pitching change here for the Pioneers. Jarek Podest, a freshman at Elmira College, a native of Vestal, New York, steps in to toe the slab.
lawn and garden sprayers and sprinters based right here in Batavia. Shady's been a leader in our community for more than 130 years, and they're actively hiring for many skilled and unskilled positions in all of their locations. Find them on the web at chapin.com for more information. Chapin, cover more ground. And your attention, please. Now pitching for Elmira, number 35, Jared Podas. Podas pitching for the Pioneers. Leading off for Batavia, the bottom of the 7th, shortstop, number 7, Caleb Rodriguez.
So first pitch to Caleb Rodriguez was a strike. 0-1 to begin the bottom of the 7th. Quickly down 0-2 is Rodriguez. Rodriguez 0 for 1 tonight, a walk and struck out. Breaking ball in there, sent the opposite way in the air to right field, and Smith there to retire Rodriguez for the first out here in the 7th.
Designated hitter number 18, Levi Aguila.
The pitch sent on the ground to shortstop, and it's booted by Phelps. So Aguila Jr. reaches for the first time tonight. One out base runner for the Muckdogs here in the 7th.
Center fielder number 24, Brian Fry.
So in steps Brian Fry, 1 for 3 tonight, and an RBI double in the 3rd inning. First pitch to Fry is a strike, 0-1 to the Medina High School alumnus. The pitch sent on the ground to second base. This could be 2. There's 1, but no, Fry safe at first. So Aguila Jr. cut down at second. Fry able to reach on the fielder's choice. Two-way runner on first for Tyler Canoe. I'll give you the numbers on POTUS, a 180-pound, 6'6" right-hander. 9 ERA in 4 appearances. He's allowed 12 hits. In 7 innings pitched, he struck out 8 and walked 2. 0-2 to Tyler Canoe. The pitch fouled away as Fry was taking off for second. So here's the 0-2 coming to Canoe. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Breaking ball swung on, lifted to left field. Bobby Marsh is there for the final out of the 7th. We head to the 8th. Muckdogs remaining out in front.
We'll send it down to the money dog for tonight's Allison's Place promotion.
What is going on, Muckdog fans? We've got a fun competition down here along the third baseline. Our competitors are going to have to blow the balloon up and then push the cups off of the table. Are you guys ready? Oh, come on, I know you guys can be louder than that. So are you ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. And let's give a big round of applause to Evan. And make sure to check out Alex's race. They've got some great barbecue back ribs.
Fans, your attention, please now. Pitching for Batavia, number 4, Trey Bacon. Bacon now pitching for your Muckdogs.
Can you ask him if God came in the fence?
Hitting up for Elmira. Top of the 8 now batting for the Pioneers, number 44, Janae Vaughn. Vaughn now batting for Elmira. Designated hitter number 2, Logan Scheider.
And we're back on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. One out here in the top of the 8th inning. As Janae Vaughn grounded out to first base for the first out. Now it's a 2-0 count to Logan Scheider. We do have a pitching change for the Muckdogs. Trey Bacon on the mound for Batavia. So 2-2 now to Scheider. Full count now to Scheider. The payoff pitch coming from Bacon. What a start for Nolan Sparks. 7 strong innings, and now Bacon is picked up right where Sparks left off. 2 away quickly here in the top of the 8th.
Catcher number 31, Brody Brasky.
The pitch fouled away. 0-1. So Bartenstein in for Elmira now. 0 for 2 on the night. That pitch just off the plate, 1-1. Muckdogs fans didn't like that call. That pitch low, 2-1. The numbers on Bacon this season. 5'11", 160-pound right-hander has sported a 3 ERA. 2-0 on the season is Bacon. He's only allowed 3 hits through 6 innings pitched. Has struck out 9 in those 6 innings. He's also recorded a save. 3-1 here to Bartonstein. Just caught the inside corner. Full count now. It's a payoff pitch coming to the Pioneers catcher. It went around, strike 3, or perhaps a called strike. Either way, Bernstein down on strikes as Bacon retires the side in order. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Muckdogs looking for a bit of insurance here. They lead it 6-1. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's broadcast, and that is R.A. Heights Company Incorporated, owned by Richard Wendt. R.A. Heights is a family business established in 1945. They specialize in residential and commercial roofing, metal roofing, gutter siding, windows, copperwork, and sheet metal fabrication. That is R.A. Heights Company Incorporated.
He says, D, what do we think, folks? And that is correct. Mooseheads was not one of the names of the Muckdogs. Let's give a big round of applause for Jacob.
Yeah, it connects over there.
Hitting off for your Muckdogs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Right fielder number 16, Josh Lena.
All right, here we go. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Stepping in for the Muckdogs, Josh Leadham to lead things off. Starts with a ball inside off the plate. Leadham 2 for 3 tonight. 2 singles, 2 runs scored. It's been a good night for the Muckdogs right fielder. That pitch in there for a strike, runs the count to 2-1. That pitch almost hit him, runs the count to 3-1. That pitch in there for a strike, now full count to Josh Leadham. He went around, and that is strike 3 for the first out of the bottom of the 8th. Reinhardt steps in now, 1 for 2, an RBI double and a run scored. Breaking ball off the plate. Maybe a bit high. 1-0. That pitch sent right back up the middle, ranging over is Mandler to make the play for the second out. Two away now as Abner Benitez steps in for Kyle Corso.
Benitez knocks it to first, but it gets away from the first baseman, Joe Muzio.
That allows Benitez to reach. Now Daniel Burroway to the plate with 2 outs, 1 on here in the bottom of the 8th. Muckdogs lead it by 5 after trailing 1-0 after the first.
Left field number 10, Daniel Burroway.
Breaking ball in the dirt. 2-1. He catches the outside corner. 2-2. There goes Benitez from first, but swinging through it for the final strike and the final out of the bottom of the 8th is Burroway. So the Muckdogs head to the top of the 9th, looking to secure the 5-run win. It will likely be Bacon. I say likely, not knowing actually, so maybe I shouldn't speak too soon. Let's wait and see who takes the mound for the Muckdogs here in the top of the 9th. It'll be the top of the order leading things off for the Pioneers. Mandler, Wayman, and Marsh due up. And it appears as if Julian Pichardo is coming on to close the deal for the Dogs. Nice outing from Bacon. But now it will be Pichardo on to finish the deal.
All right, fans, you know the deal. Let's see how loud you can get on a Wednesday night.
Give you the numbers for Pichardo, a senior from the University of Fort Lauderdale, a 6'5", 235-pounder, 3.60 ERA in 5 appearances. In 4 appearances, 5 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts against 1 walk, and he's given up 4 hits. So here comes Mandler, Wayman, and Marsh. We'll see if the Pioneers have a rally in their bones tonight.
Great job, fans. Great job. And your attention.
All right, here we go. The top of the 9th.
Number 40, Julian Pichardo.
Maybe Pichardo can close the deal. Here comes Mandler to lead things off for the Pioneers.
Getting off for Elmira. In the top of the ninth inning. Second baseman number 23, Max Mandler.
So Mandler 2 for 3 tonight, 2 singles, a run scored, and 2 stolen bases. Although I would expect Elmira, if he is to reach, to go station to station as they trail by 5. Pichardo, strong start to this top of the ninth, leads off with a strike. Quickly 0-2. The 0-2, just off the plate, low, 1-2. Now a mound visit. The 1-2 from Pichardo. Breaking ball didn't quite break. 2-2. Strike 3. Mandler down looking. 1 away here in the top of the ninth.
Extra hitter number 33, Frank Lehman.
Muckdogs now 2 outs away from another win. Would improve their record to 14-5. They sit in second place in the PGCBL's West Division. Pitch in there for a strike. Blows that one past Frank Wayman, who's down quickly 0-2. Is the 0-2 from Pichardo. One fouled away weakly, so Wayman will remain alive. So the 0-2 coming to Wayman. 1 out here in the top of the ninth. Just off the plate, barely missed. 1-2 now. Two. Swung on, grounded to first, past Canoe and into right field for a base hit. And it gets past the right fielder. And now pushing for third, and he's out. Another questionable base running decision made by the Pioneers as Wayman reaches on the single but tries to extend it a bit too far, and he's caught on the relay at third base for the second out at the top of the ninth. So that ball got past Canoe and past Leadham in right field, but Wayman a little bit too over-aggressive, trailing by 5 runs. And he's cut down at third base. Ill-advised base running there by the Pioneers. That pitch sent on the ground wide of first, foul. Bobby Marsh now at the plate for the Pioneers, 0 for 3 tonight. The 0-1. Swung on, fouled away, 0-2. Muckdogs 1 strike away from a win. Two from Pichardo. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Muckdogs lead it by 5 up and away. Terrible. The 1-2 from Pichardo. Muckdogs looking to seal their 2nd straight victory. Strike 3. Swung on and missed by Marsh. He's down on strikes. Game over. Muckdogs win it 6-1. My name is Alex Brasky to the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel and Facebook page. Thanking you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Fans,